A couple of years ago I started this project and it was called the Kiteman Orchestra, and it got a proper boost, so all of a sudden I was able to do things that before I wasn't really able to do. Yeah, my way of kind of enjoying that freedom of movement was to get a big studio space and invite over all these people I really liked and what they were doing creatively throughout the country, and told them like, hey, build a studio here and see what happens. I was looking for a creative environment where musicians will be able to meet up and play together and work together, and well, yeah, in the end, me and my dad, we ended up setting it up ourselves. And now Kitopia is a place where we have approximately about, I think about 22 music studios, and there's video artists here as well, production offices, labels, management, all the stuff you need as a musician to just develop. But everything is basically run from for the love of it all. Pito is actually one of the guys who is renting a studio here. And at some point he came up with this idea. He already organized the Stekker festivals and stuff like that, which was a lot of parties throughout the country he ran. And at some point he had this idea to just invite over all these creative people and put them in one place from all over the world, just kind of expand the idea we have going on here, but then doing like a very big blown up Excel version of it. And that ultimately became Studio Stekker. We provide the space and Pito organizes everything. But this now is the third year and we're seeing people coming back like year after year. We got a couple of people who have been here since the beginning of the Studio Stekker happened. And it's so much fun to see the effects of it. Just for a week we just open up everything, all the studios, and every corner in the building just gets transformed into this pop-up studio where you'll see like a broom closet with 5 guys just freaking out on whatever setup they got going. This year we've got a lot of focus also on the modular, on the Eurorack side of things, since that's something I'm personally very interested in, and I'm noticing that on a very, an alarming pace, actually more and more people are getting into it. And so this year we thought it would be a good idea to put a little more focus on that side of things and to see how that happens. So we invited Schneider to come over, and we flew in Mark Verbels to show us what he's all about with the modules he makes, and we got Richard Devine to come over. Now it's a lot of fun to witness how everyone is just really having a good time here now. It's one thing to invite people and that actually come here. I mean, that's kind of the selection process on its own. Is we ask people to come over, and the moment they say yes, we know what kind of person they are, because they're probably the types that are crazy enough to actually abandon their stuff and just dump into the deep end and hang out with people they don't know. But then also during a week like that, it could also have been boring as hell for them. Like, what if they didn't like being here and they end up just being here for a week? But instead, people are having really the time of their life, and when you hear them saying like, wow, this is amazing, we definitely want to come back next year, or when you have people who were here last year who are bringing over all their friends and producers and musicians and people, and we're really planning months in advance for what they want to do here, and that's just the biggest compliment to the entire initiative we could possibly get.